What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video, and today we are talking about the one play, the one framework that honestly saved NCI, but is also responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars in the coaching space. And so before we get started, I'm going to take you on a little journey. We're going to do a little Q&A. I'm going to go practice some golf because practicing golf is something that is a massive part of my day. But I'd take you along for the ride, do a little Q&A in the car, show you what a typical practice session for me looks like. Why? Because at the end of the day, if we're making all of this money, hundreds of millions of dollars from a framework, that money needs to be going to something that matters. And for me, that is getting golf practice in every day. For you, I don't know what that is, but at the end of the day, we're doing this for a freedom-driven lifestyle. So I wanted to show you a little bit around what that freedom-driven lifestyle is for me. We'll come back here. I'll share with you exactly how you can implement this play to make lots of money in your business. See you soon. Real quick, before we dive into the framework and ultimately the scholarship framework that has produced hundreds of millions of dollars, probably a lot of money I don't even know about because this framework has literally been copied. I'll say borrowed because I think everything in the internet is also, always kind of shared around. But I know it's been used to create revenue that I'm unaware of, so I won't try to substantiate with an actual amount of money. That being said, our community has made over $100 million with it. I think it's really important to know, one of the questions I ask my clients all the time is why are we building this money? What is the lifestyle that we're trying to build? And so for me, one of the really important things is I want to play golf every single day. I want to be able to practice golf every single day. And so right now it's 2:45 in the afternoon. We're on our way to the golf course. I'm going to get in about an hour of practice inside the hitting bay, maybe another hour inside of some short game. And then I'm gonna come back and I'll give you kind of the rest of this framework. And so while we're there, I've asked Ali, our camera guy, to come along. I've asked him to kind of bring some of your questions to me that I'll answer kind of during my practice session. We'll get that out of the way, and then we'll dive into this. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Yeah, so NCI was launched, or NCI was a concept in December of 2016. I was challenged by a mentor to go bigger. I immediately knew that going bigger meant a certification. I really didn't have clarity around how I could build another certification. I mean, quite honestly, in my mind at the time, I was like, well, how can we rewrite the books of physiology or biology or metabolism? It just didn't really seem to make sense. And so inside of that, I had a long drive from California to Arizona. I figured out that my unique opportunity was going to be application. So we built the first ever application-based certification. That was December 2016. We launched in July of 2017, but we first sold in April of 2017. And so I was able to leverage the following, but really the trust I had built into the marketplace pre-April 2017 of all the results I had created, all the value I had given people, all the content that I had put out. I was able to leverage that and turn it into selling 120 spots at $1,000 in 48 hours. And so I made 120 grand the first weekend of NCI's existence. We actually fucked it up so bad I had to run that money through my other LLC and then ultimately end up separating it out. That's how unexpected it was. And I think there's a good lesson there, because I think most people need to start before they're ready. I think everyone wants to have their ducks in a row. They want to have everything lined up. And the reality is I'm a big fan of ready, fire, aim. Just pull the trigger and figure it out. You're going to make mistakes. I made so many mistakes in the last 7 or 8 years with NCI. It's crazy. But you figure it out along the way and you just course correct. And you can't course correct if you're never on course. So for me, that was the launch. The crazy part is that first year we had so much trust in the marketplace. It was so new. We did 1.3 million our first fiscal year. That 1.3 million was amazing, but our second fiscal year, we only did $700,000. So we lost nearly 50% of our revenue. And that's because I was still relying on the value that I had built in the space. And I wasn't realizing that we needed to be filling our funnel. And so year 3, we started worrying about marketing, learning marketing and getting better at marketing. And so we did a little over 3 million in year 3. Year 4, we were able to scale to, I don't know, around 8 million. Year 5, we did over 15 million. And so obviously we understood that an amazing product with trust in the marketplace combined with marketing and sales got us to the next level. But I think most people miss the foundational piece, which is I had gone in, I had added so much value for so long. That's what allowed us to get off the ground. So I say that a lot of business owners are built on a house of cards because they're so reliant on one play or one transactional play, and they haven't built what I reference as a machine. And so I look at business very much like a machine. Like, what is the conveyor belt by which customers are produced? And so it really starts with people, like the masses, being like the raw materials. And so we insert them on the front end. We insert them into our funnel. Our funnel has to be all the things that happen in the machine. So it has to nurture them. It has to add value to them. It has to move them through the conveyor belt to a sales opportunity. The sales opportunity has to close. It has to actually cement the finished product. And then what our fulfillment does, right, is it pushes them out the very end as what we want. And so in the nutrition coaching space, I brought in people to the funnel that needed nutritional help. I nurtured them, I added value, I closed the sale, I fulfilled on that, and I sent them out the finished product, the new version of themselves. In NCI, we brought in people that were interested in education. They were like the raw materials, if you will. Brought them in the funnel. We added value. We educated them. We taught them application was the game. We closed them on coming to the cert. During the cert, we gave them an amazing product. We taught them, and then we sent them out into the world, a very successful nutrition coach. And so we had systems at every level. We had systems for lead generation. We had systems for lead nurture. We had systems for sales. We had systems for onboarding. We had systems for fulfillment. And then we had systems for offboarding. And most companies don't do that. They look at it, they look at the endeavor every single day when they wake up. And I don't want to say most companies, I want to say most solopreneurs, most online entrepreneurs wake up in the morning and they're like, how do I make more money? And that's a very transactional play. I mean, shit, we're driving right now. We could just stop and we could hold a sign that says I need money and that would give us money. That's not a business play. That's a very transactional way of making money. We're on our way to a very nice country club right now, right? We could probably go there and say, hey man, can I have some money? Somebody's probably nice enough to give us money. I don't think we should rely on that for our finances the rest of our lives. And so if we're business owners, we don't want to think about one thing that is continuing to produce our dollars. We want to think about what are the pieces of the machine. And also when we're not making money, then we can go look at the machine and say, okay, well, which piece is broken? Are we not getting enough leads? Are we not nurturing them well enough? Are we not moving them to sales opportunities enough? Are we not closing? Are we not fulfilling? Are we not offboarding or sending? And so it's like when we have those things defined, that's when we really have this vehicle of success that allows us to grow and scale. I mean, if they're lucky, not long, but if they're not lucky, some businesses never made it out of the transactional phase. I know entrepreneurs right now that are likely going to go to their grave working transactionally. And some of them are good enough that they'll make enough cash transactionally, learn that they can deploy that cash into other assets, and they'll get away with it. But it's gonna be very stressful. It's going to likely affect other areas of their life. And it's probably not gonna be something, it's definitely not gonna be something that has enterprise value. So it's always gonna be a cash flow endeavor. I would say early entrepreneurs that have no following, no visibility, they're going to struggle operating like that. Late entrepreneurs, people that have visibility, people that have built brands, people that have done things like that, I mean, you probably get away with it for some time. I consult with a brand right now, very well-known brand, does $5 million a year. When I went in, I was like, you guys are built on a house of cards. I was like, you literally are launch dependent. You're living launch to launch. And if we don't solve this problem, your business is fucked. And so we deconstructed a $5 million business and we said, okay, we need to add two things, which one was top of funnel. We needed more consistent lead generation and visibility for the brand for a specific purpose. They were very good at getting visibility in their personal brands. They weren't very good at getting visibility for the brand for a reason. That was critical. Then we needed multiple levels of products so that we could build a customer journey. And as soon as we had that, now we had consistency of cash flow. Now we didn't have to live launch to launch. Now the launches were fuel on a fire that was burning versus fuel on just emptiness, right? And so that was the big differentiator. But every business is in a different place. And I think that's why, with us launching strategy sprints now, it allows me to go in and meet the business owner where they're at. It allows me to understand, like, where are you at today? what do we need to solve now? Are you at the very beginning? Do I need to ramp you up? Are you at the $1 million level? Do we need to get to 10 million? Are you at 10 million? Do we need to get to 100 million? Whatever it might be. Obviously, there's different things that are needed at every level. I would say that the reason people stay stuck at whatever level they're at is like several-fold. And I think this is probably one of my most controversial takes, is I don't really think it has anything to do with just their business skills. We've been very big in our community lately about talking about evolution, like personal evolution, also being business evolution. And I think that people that are deficient in who they are, their own belief in themselves, their own personal development, their own connections in their lives, will never create development in business. That's my own personal belief. I have evidence to support it. I'm not saying I'm the be all end all, but that's my personal belief. And so those people that lack that, they tend to go into the marketplace, they tend to scroll Facebook every day, and they tend to buy these $97 products that teach them fucking marketing and sales. And they think it's another funnel or another script or another, whatever, some bullshit that they think is going to get them to the next level that's likely not going to get them to the next level. Instead, what they should do is look in the mirror and say, well, where am I deficient? Where am I not doing the work? Where do I lack either the visibility, the knowledge? And I think, again, that's why strategy sprints are so important, is I'm not going to just look at your business tactically. I'm also going to look at you tactically. And I'm going to say, listen, you lack leads, but you kind of lack somebody you lack a personal brand for there to be leads going into, right? And so we could do all the paid ads, we could do all the top of funnel social media, but until we really define the core foundation of your brand, none of that shit's going to work. And a lot of people are blind to things like that. The marketplace doesn't want you to think that it's that. They want you to think that it's a quick fix. They want you to think you can buy a $100 product and have it solved. Or they want you to buy a fucking $30,000 mastermind. And they want you to have to buy their whole system, which was applicable for them. I don't want to say that the entrepreneurs that run them are bad people. It's probably applicable to the person that owns it, but it may not be applicable to your business. And there may not be any variance as to the application that they're willing to provide. And so it's a very weird ecosystem. And I think that a lot of people, it really comes down to this self-awareness and this ability to desire self-evolution, self-development, right? You can only change somebody, and somebody can only change when the will to change is present, right? We can't force it on anybody. And so those people that are willing to evolve, that are willing to develop, are the ones that will also have the ability to win, in my opinion. And again, having helped thousands of entrepreneurs, I feel like my opinion has some level of validity. I like to say I'm one of the best kept secrets in the business world. I've been really fortunate over the last couple of years to speak with some intimate rooms and some bigger stages, and I've come off some big stages where I was nervous about who I was speaking with. I was speaking with fucking huge influencers, millions of followers. And so, I was very self-deprecating. I went on the stage and I was like, hey guys, I'm the water boy. I'm just going to be providing them with water. Don't worry about asking me questions. And by the time that we got off stage, I had an hour-long line waiting to talk to me. And people wanted to meet me because they're oh my God, you blew me away. I got to talk to you. I got to learn from you. And it's wow, that's crazy. And so I think one of the big takeaways from that is there's a fine line in believing your own hype. It's you have to know you're really good, but you also have to know you're not that good. And it's that's such a fucking hard line. You gotta know that you're really fucking good, and then you gotta know that you're not good at all. And it's Gary Vee talks about the clouds and the dirt. I know that yes, talent-wise, God has blessed me with the ability to have vision and to produce for people. I also know if I take that for granted, everyone else that God has blessed will fucking surpass me tomorrow. And so I've got this thing where I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna give you 100%, and then I've got this chip on my shoulder, which is I'm gonna fucking smash everyone else. And it's this dissonance that I fight all the time, which, people are oh, Jason's a dick. No, I'm not a dick. I just fucking want to win. And the reason I want to win is I know that if I'm really fucking good, that you're going to get the best. I know that if I continue to grow, if I continue to evolve, I'm going to fucking give you so much of me, and then you're going to fucking win. And at the end of the day, that's my why, is I want you to win so badly. how you know you're really a golfer. So I'm gonna go with the white on white today. The white with the purple. We have the white with the gold. We have the white with the navy. We just ordered the white with purple and pink. You gotta have all the colors. Because if you don't, like, what are you doing?
Gotta have one for each fit.
You gotta have one for every outfit, bro.
Yep.
They don't know about it. It's all a fashion game. You can't score well, you gotta look good. Shout out to Tyler. I think he always says something like, I look 67 and I shoot 77. What up?
What's up, guys?
How are you, brother?
Good. So it's open, isn't it?
Is this working now?
Oh, it should be. Yeah. Some of it's just weird, so yeah. Send them out.
It was like barely working. Dude, I feel that.
So what are we looking at?
Don't tell me how bad I hit the golf ball. Dude, I'm hitting it good right now.
Yeah, I can see your Instagram. Yeah. It looks like you've playing a good amount too, right?
Just hitting balls.
Just hitting. Okay.
I'm gonna be playing a lot soon though. I'm going to Arizona. We leave for Orlando Sunday. I think we go to Orlando Sunday, and then I think we go to Arizona Tuesday night.
Yeah, so you get
We're gonna play like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah,
Come back.
No,
Oh
next
yeah,
week.
come back Friday. Leave again. We got something here Monday, so we'll leave Monday night or Tuesday morning. Arizona Tuesday to Friday. Go to Florida. Wes Patterson.
Yeah.
I was just on a Zoom with him, so I'm gonna go to Florida, play with him in Jupiter for 2 days, and then we'll go back out to Arizona for 3 more days.
Oh man, you got
We're
some good golf
gonna
coming up.
play Silverleaf, Desert Mountain, Whisper Rock, Stadium,
Yeah.
Greyhawk, Troon,
Oh.
Seville.
You're not going to around Vegas at all?
Oh yeah, we're going. Are you a UFC fan?
Yeah.
We're taking Daniel Cormier golfing next
Oh,
week.
that'll be sweet.
Yeah, so we're filming that whole thing.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm taking him golfing on Thursday.
Yeah, Larry just got back. He was there for the.
Yeah, we were in New York.
Oh,
We were at
really?
the
He wasn't
fight.
there for the UFC though. He was there for the F1 like Grand Prix.
Oh
or whatever.
yeah.
So he said that was pretty sweet.
I had a place at the Waldorf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you could.
And he played
overlook
Shadow Creek, isn't that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
he played Shadow Creek and he had a good time there.
I got a 2-day event in February, Shadow and Sohi.
Oh shit.
You know I'm a member at Sohi.
Yeah. He told me. That is sweet, man.
So, yeah, man. That's all I do is fucking play golf. I'm trying. So, like the call that I did with Wes, we're talking about trying to build an event for like mini tour players.
Yeah.
Where they can win like $1 million.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Like change their fucking life.
Change their whole life. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we're trying to hack that and like it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of upfront cash.
No, I'm sure.
But like, I mean, like DraftKings,
Yeah.
like the president of DraftKings, like a good friend of mine.
Oh, nice.
So like they're down to go in. Like,
Yeah.
They'll throw some cash.
Get some
at
big
it.
companies going
No,
in.
like,
yeah.
and that's the thing, we can.
Yeah.
And so like we can turn this thing into a fucking profit.
Oh, man.
And then we've got like a streaming company.
And they just build off that, right?
Well, we got a
moon.
streaming company that's like willing to come in, and then so we want to take like the person that wins that,
Yeah.
do like a double or nothing against like a YouTuber,
Oh my god.
right?
I'm
so
sure
like,
all the YouTube guys would be in. Whoa.
it's really funny. Like as I'm practicing, I don't know how much Ali will show you in this video, but you'll see me like every time before I swing, I'm always like I'm feeling a few things. So I'm feeling this hip really turn out of the way. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm trying to make sure my right hand, like my hands, are through this right shoulder, not in front of my chest. And then on the way down, you'll see up here, and I'm trying to put the club really past my body. I'm trying to feel a big stretch through my left side. And so I do that before every swing so that when I hit a ball, I'm intentionally ingraining the right swing mechanics. And I think it's very similar to people that are doing things online. Is like, if you're making posts, what's the intent behind the post? Like we put in the reps, like we do it every single day, but What's the intent? What are we trying to improve? What's the outcome? My outcome is a better golf swing. What's your outcome when you're putting things on the internet? So I think the one word that I try to get entrepreneurs connected to is intent. I think that will change a lot of those businesses. Fucking sent. So with a range ball to carry 205 with a 5-iron, it's probably 210, 211 for real. That's a big difference. Like club head speed to be at 91.6. I'd like to see 92, 93. So I'm gonna push a little harder, but also as I start swinging my driver and really getting loose, and I come back to my 5-iron, I think we'll start to see 93, 94. But I know that gear is there. Send it. Ah, 29.7. It'll be about 199. 200? I mean, that's hit really well for like a range ball.
Yeah.
Happy with that. All right. So I'm not very fast with my driver. Goal is to get this thing faster. Goal today is see ball speed at 165. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, it's gonna take a few to warm up. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, club head speed's fine, but yeah, keep missing off the toe. Fuck me. A little better. There we go. Ball speed up to 59. Club head speed up to 108. Now we're starting to get there. All right, so we got to work this up now that like I'm starting to get like loose. We got to work this up 7 miles an hour, which, to be fair, I haven't seen 65 yet this season, so that would be a record today. Cam, come here. How do I get more club head speed?
Ground force. Pushing that left foot. That way. Yeah.
Right? So slow. You gonna register?
Didn't even pick up the club head.
Didn't even pick it up.
You're too fast.
Too fast.
Yeah, it's slow.
What are you usually at?
That, but I'm trying to get faster.
Me too. I even especially since college, I've lost probably 5 degrees or 5 miles an hour.
That was a miss and the ball speed was 55, so I know the speed's, yeah.
Yeah. That's better.
Yeah. I think it's just a better turn back.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's just like getting the, I think it's getting the turn deeper.
A little deeper into it. You can feel kind of your body tightening up as you get back too. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see like, the fastest I've seen this year was just like one like freak thing. It was like 15.
Oh, you talking about yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I want to see consistently like 13 or 14.
Yeah, that'd be money.
That'd be big for this year.
Yeah.
Is as good as I hit my irons?
Yeah.
If I had longer driver.
You'll have wedges in, right?
Exactly. And my wedge play's tight. Ball speed 60.
It's gonna be 110. Yeah.
110.
Yeah.
We're coming. We're cooking.
We're
cooking.
You just had to get a little loose. That's all.
We're cooking.
Looks good.
We're cooking. Wasn't far off. Oh. That was a miss. It was 57. It's close. Oh, it's so close. Oh, so much closer too. 110. Ah. We're gonna get there. We're gonna see it. Club head speed is consistently higher. Man, that was closer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good spin rate. 2,000 is pretty good for a driver.
Yeah.
Oh, 109.9. 58. But look at the carry. Less.
Mm-hmm.
Smash factor's only 4.4 though. That was low on the face.
Well, look at me in the corner.
That was a miss and the ball speed was 59. Dude, that was a miss and it flew 280. That was closer. 61. 60.8.
Whew.
Where the fuck? Oh, 61.
There you go.
4 more. What the fuck's the club head speed?
Does that have to do with that thing?
It's like where it is. 60. We're on to something. To be fair, I started this year at like 54, 55. 110. Ah, close. On average though, we're getting higher. Oh, 61. 11. Now we're getting there. We're making progress.
So you started this year at what?
54, 55 on ball speed. Oh man, we're getting there. My body was not meant to move fast. You're not supposed to be jacked for ball. Oh! 63. We're making gains. And that's a range ball. Dude, we're cranking on it. 61.6. We haven't seen anything below 61 in like the last 4 swings. Okay, so the unlock was this. Feeling like I really throw the club into the ground, which is getting me to release it sooner, which means the ground force pushing up into the head sooner. I missed it. It's funny, my miss is now 110. 61, 110.5. Remember I said earlier the speed with the 5-iron would go up after my driver?
Oh yeah.
Ball speed 33, club head speed 92.4. Carry 203. And that was what felt like a normal swing. Like it didn't feel forced. 203. Wow. So my miss just carried 203. Smoke. Like that was smooth as can be. It's gonna fly 199, 200, 203. And that was as smooth as I could make it. 2 more driver swings because the next people are here. 59 on the first one. So much better. Oh, that was a miss and it's still almost at 60. We are talking about the scholarship play. Now, if you follow my YouTube channel, you know that I've talked about this play, but I want to go a little bit deeper. We've evolved it a little bit, and I want to give you the most current information. If you look around the internet right now, especially this time of year, there's probably a lot of people running this play. And it's actually a really good play to be running this time of year. I'm recording this video right before Black Friday. I think this will drop on Cyber Monday. So this is something that maybe I would consider doing close to Christmas time, but definitely in the new year. I'll give you a little background as to how I created this. And so in 2020, I was really on the decline in terms of desire around my coaching business. I had a big one-on-one coaching business. We were doing $3 million a year. I had 15 coaches working for me, 3 or 4 W-2 employees doing things for me. But honestly, I was burned out. And then I had this small thing called NCI on the side. And I knew I wanted to put all of my efforts into that. But the reality is, all the money to float payroll for both of the companies was coming from my coaching business, and so I needed to keep that going. Well, fast forward to December, I made the amazing decision that I should just shut down the coaching business, and by shut down I mean sell. I sold a $3 million coaching business for $20,000, and that I was going to go all in on NCI, and that's amazing. I never regret the decision. I 100% followed my intuition, but what I didn't really consider is the notion that there was this massive payroll that was going to come due in January for the work that was done in December, and I didn't really have the money coming in anymore to be able to float that payroll. And so I was left with this dilemma. I was going to be about $70,000 short in payroll in January if I didn't come up with lots of money. Well, rewind back to November, and I had made an agreement with Mind Pump to advertise on their podcast. I really didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how many sales it would drive, but they said to me, they're like, hey, what's the promo that you want to do in January? And I said, well, why don't I fly out there? Why don't we do the podcast? Why don't, at the end of the podcast, we give away a scholarship to the Nutritional Coaching Institute together, collectively. And so the guys were nice enough. They filmed a video. We built a landing page, and we drove all the traffic to this page. And I said, anybody that doesn't win the full ride scholarship, will offer them a partial scholarship, and maybe we'll get some sales. And admittedly, I had no idea how powerful this was going to be. But what it did is it allowed me to make $130,000 in 7 days. 130 grand in 1 week. It allowed me to make payroll. And moving forward, I never looked back. I made over $100,000 a month in the rest of the time that NCI existed. Obviously, as you know, if you're following along, we went from 100K a month and we got as high as like $1.7 or $1.8 million per month. And so I would say that it was the beginning of making the right choices and building a successful journey. And so the reality is this became a foundational play. It's something we did 1 to 2 times, sometimes even 3 times per year. We did it with lots of success. We've taught lots of people to do it with success. And now I want to give you the secrets. And so you might be asking yourself, Jason, why would you be sharing this completely for free? Well, the reality is this is the most copied framework that I've ever seen on the internet. More people have learned it from us. They've tried to mimic it, and the reality is it's become bastardized. I don't think that the way people are applying it is proper. I don't think that people are utilizing it to the full extent, and if you're going to use it, if it's gonna be something that helps your acquisition, let's just make sure you're doing it right. So here you go, completely for free. And by the way, I have absolutely 0 coaching services to sell you. So I can give stuff like this for free. Now, if you want me to help you implement this into your business, if you want a strategy as to where this would fit, by all means, look below, DM me on my Instagram at RealJasonPhillips, the word strategy. We can talk about how this would fit for you and ultimately how you're going to achieve success. So, first, the scholarship. To get into the scholarship, the very first thing we have to understand is what is the product and or service that you're offering. Now, yes, we know you're a nutrition coach. Yes, we know you're selling nutrition coaching, but we want to package your coaching as a solution to a very specific problem. And so we're gonna wanna tie this up 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We're gonna wanna bundle it up into some sort of package, and we're going to want to sell a scholarship to that program, okay? And so what can somebody expect over the course of 6 months? What are all of the receivables they're going to get? This is what you're going to want to market, right? This is what you're getting by winning this scholarship. And we also want to assign a value to this. So what is this scholarship worth? Not necessarily what you've been charging, but what is it worth? We want to know what this is valued at. So when you're giving it out, it's a $10,000 scholarship, $20,000 scholarship. I know when we at NCI used to do it, I think that our value stack was over $40,000. And so we'd give away a $40,000 scholarship to the Institute, okay? And so we're gonna do this, we're gonna announce it. And the thing you have to remember is that whenever you announce your scholarship, you're probably going to cannibalize sales calls. That's because if somebody can get your product or service for free, they're probably not going to be raising their hand saying, hey, let's get on a sales call so I can give you my money. And so make sure you're choosing a promotion window that is usually on the lower end of sales calls. For us at NCI, that was Thursday to Monday. We didn't get a lot of sales calls Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so we would usually announce it Thursday morning, and we would pick the winner Monday morning. Make sure you're choosing accordingly. Next, we want to talk about promotion. When you're promoting your scholarship, I need you to think about emptying the tank. All right, my good friend Kevin Nations, at one point, pretty sure it was Kevin, said there's 2 cycles in business. There's building goodwill and there's cashing in goodwill. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I am an absolute believer that you should always be giving. I think you should give, and then ask to receive. And really it should be like give, kind of ask, right? Like you should always be known in your marketplace for giving. And so in this point, you should really have zero questions or qualms about asking, because you're not even asking for money. You're asking people if they truly desire the results that they say they desire. Why wouldn't they be applying for something that could completely change their life? If you as a coach know that this 6-month transformation can radically change somebody's life, why you are ethically obligated. Why are you not going in and saying, listen, this is here, get it completely for free? And so the way you're going to do that is you're going to email out, you're going to post on social media, you're going to put it on every channel you have, you're going to try to collab with people, you're going to get your current clients to promote for you, you're going to look back on your social media and see anybody that's engaged with you for 6 months, you're going to reach out to them, let them know about the opportunity, you're going to uncover every single stone, and you are going to make sure that you get this opportunity in the hands of people that might need it. And so as a coach, set yourself a target. How many applicants do you want? And please don't play small, play big. I know most of you out there should be shooting for a minimum of 100 applications. I know at NCI we used to get, 1,500 to 3,000, depending on the time of year. And yes, we sometimes leverage some paid media as well. So we're gonna set ourselves a target, we're gonna promote it, and the way you're going to promote it is you're gonna drive traffic to a landing page. This landing page is going to be incredibly simple. It's gonna have 4 things. You're gonna ask for their name, you're gonna ask for their email, you're gonna ask for their phone number, and you're gonna ask for a quick statement on why they should be chosen to win the scholarship. And that question is really the gold, okay? They are going to do one of 2 things, right? They're either gonna give you some quick statement that shows that they're half in, half out, or they're gonna really apply. They're gonna give you a deep statement as to why they feel like they deserve this opportunity. And what we always did is we looked through it, we found somebody that was very deserving of this opportunity, somebody that really was gonna change their life. We knew that if we gave them $40,000 worth of material, they were gonna invest in themselves and they were gonna get it to the next level. And so you're gonna wanna choose somebody that can really have their life changed by your service, okay? So we're gonna run all of our traffic, right? All of this social media, all of this outreach, all of these emails, all these collaborations, referrals, etc. We're gonna drive it to a landing page. We're gonna have people fill it out. We're gonna hit our target number of people, and then come the announcement day, for us it was Monday, whatever your announcement day is, we're going to make a big deal about it on social media. If you have a Facebook group, one of my favorite things to do is invite the applicant to a Zoom. Say, hey, I have some questions about your application. Invite them to a Zoom, stream that Zoom into your Facebook group, and then say, hey, I'm just kidding, I don't have any questions. I really just wanted to have you on here to congratulate you. You're the winner. I'm so excited to be working with you for the next 6 months, and I can't wait to change your life together. Right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna kick them off the Zoom, and you're gonna tell everybody else, hey, listen, this was amazing. I had more applicants than I thought. I had more quality applicants than I thought. And honestly, I made the decision, I wasn't sure I was gonna do this, but I'm gonna award several partial scholarships. And so what I need you to do is check your phone, because I'm going to start texting partial scholarship winners today. And what you're gonna start doing is you're gonna look through all your applications, and anybody that remotely qualifies, that you feel like they would be a good fit, you're going to award them a potential partial scholarship. Now, what you send them in text message as the notification is critical, okay? You do not want to send too much information. Too much information will absolutely destroy this framework. You don't want to talk about what the program is, you don't want to talk about what the offer is, and you most certainly do not want to talk about what the price point is. Instead, what we want to do is a very simple statement. Hey, Mrs. Jones, it's Jason here with NCI. I wanted to let you know, after reviewing the applications, that the team and I have decided to award you a partial scholarship. We're so excited for you and the next steps in your journey. That's it. We're gonna leave it there. So for you, it's like, hey, Mrs. Jones, congratulations. I just finished reviewing the applications, and after looking at yours, I'm so excited to inform you right now that you have qualified for a partial scholarship. That's it. No call to action, no nothing. What's gonna happen then is they're gonna write back and they're gonna say, well, what does that mean? Right? They're probably gonna say, oh my God, that's so great. And then they're gonna say, what does that mean? And you're gonna say, fantastic. Well, I would love to make sure that you qualify. And I would love to make sure that I'm awarding you the right partial scholarship. So let's get on a quick call and we can review the options, okay? And so you want to inform them, not everybody's going to qualify. Listen, not everyone's going to qualify for your program. People, we know, if it's free, they'll apply for it. The tire kickers, they might not do anything, right? I mean, let's be honest. Some of you guys watching this video right now, you're going to do absolutely nothing with it. Some of you are going to take this, you're going to go make millions of dollars. I hope you're the person watching this that's going to go make millions of dollars, right? So at the end of the day, you're going to get these people to a call. Once they are on a call with you, you are going to talk to them just like it's a sales call. You're going to treat it just like it's a sales call. And so we're going to uncover information about them, ultimately what they're looking to do. We're going to address their history, what they've tried, why that hasn't worked. We're going to get them to the point where they render themselves useless. They're like, I have no idea what I'm going to do now. That's why I was excited about the scholarship. We're going to get them to edify you and why they chose to apply for your scholarship and why they want to be part of your program. We're then going to explain quickly how your IP works, and then we're going to close the sale. That's it. We're going to treat it just like a sales call. Now, if done correctly, you should see something like 40 to 50% conversion of the number of people you're getting on the call. Now, if you're super high ticket, it might be a little lower. If you're a little bit lower ticket, you might have a little higher conversion. But at the end of the day, we've done this with enough people. We know that 40 to 50% conversion is realistic. All right, so if you're not seeing those and you redo this, just make sure that you're working on your sales skills. If you need help with that, my good friend Nick Ross has a great program. I'm happy to introduce you. So let's rewind. We're gonna package our program into something we can award a scholarship to. We're gonna promote it everywhere in a window that we're okay with it cannibalizing our sales calls. We're gonna choose the winner. We're going to announce the notion that we're doing partial scholarships. We're gonna reach out with a text that is very congratulatory, but is not overly descriptive. It's going to be void of a call to action, and it's gonna get them to engage in a conversation with us. We're going to move them to a call. We're going to take that call, and we're gonna have a sales call, and ultimately we're going to close clients. Now, this is the proper application of the scholarship. This is how ultimately you can achieve lots of success. By the way, if you are interested and you want to see more resources, if you want to see swipe files, like so Instagram and Facebook posts that have converted really high to get signups, if you want to see sample templates of sign-up pages, or you want any other help implementing this framework into your business, I want you to DM me the word scholarship at my Instagram, at RealJasonPhillips, and I will share with you a Notion document where I've outlined absolutely everything pertaining to this play. Yes, the person that created it is sharing all of the swipe files, all of the scripts, and ultimately the play that I've given my former $30,000 and $50,000 clients. Why? Because again, I have zero coaching services to sell you. Of course, if you want me to strategize the next steps in your business, if you want me to give you clarity in terms of what you should be doing and how you should be using this, I'm happy to help. Send me another DM on my Instagram and just give me the word strategy, and I'll know that that's what you want to discuss. So I hope this helps. I think it's something you should absolutely introduce right after Christmas as a Boxing Day thing, or right in the new year. Why? Because most of the people in the marketplace are going to be selling around that time. We all know that coaches and trainers love to sell in the new year. And so what you can do is you can go in, you compete against the marketplace. You can say, hey, listen, while all the other coaches in the world are trying to sell you some shit, I'm just here giving you something for free. I'm here changing your life in the new year, and I'm so excited to be doing it for you. And so immediately you show up as a bigger source of value. You show up as somebody that truly, genuinely cares, and you show up as the resource that people need you to be. So that is the scholarship framework. I hope it helps. It's made me a lot of money. It's given me a lot of freedom. As you saw earlier in this video, I can go out, I can play golf. And by the way, while we were playing golf today, we had about $7,000 come into our business. And so here I am doing something I love. I was making money in the background. That's what I want for you. I want you to absolutely crush it. This framework will definitely help you do it. And my friends, you deserve to win. So I hope you had the best Thanksgiving, because by the time you see this, Thanksgiving will have happened. I hope you are prepared for Christmas. I hope you're getting yourself some gifts. I hope you're getting lots of gifts for other people. And of course, if I can give you the gift of success, just send me a message and I'd be more than happy to help. So much love. We'll see you next time.